Thank you, Dr. Giletto, and thank you for suggesting that we should hold 2 copies of the books and read it in stereo. I now have great pleasure in introducing my wife, Sheila Fife. Following her attendance at Wellshot School and at Hutchison's Grammar School, both of which are in Glasgow, Scotland, Sheila studied at Jordan Hill Teacher Training College, where she became a qualified Scottish Education Department primary teacher. Thereafter, she taught classes of up to 58 children single-handed for almost 20 years, and is proud of the fact that every child in her classes learned to read and write. Along the way, she married me, and we have 2 daughters, Alison and Elizabeth. Coincidentally, as steelmaking ended in Scotland in 1978, I was offered a job in Canada, and we moved to Canada. At that time, Sheila discovered she had inherited her mother's talent as a bookkeeper, and so it was she became a qualified bookkeeper and managed the administration of the Fife family-owned Seabass Limited, a company which provided technical assistance in connection with companies making claims against a $5 billion a year scientific research and experimental development program. Sheila retired in 2006 when Seabass was rolled into Deloitte and Touche. I give you Sheila Fife.
Nice when your husband says these glowing things about you. Anyway, when I first heard from my husband Alan that he and Nalaka were planning to produce a book about art of well-being, I volunteered to edit the text of the book for correctness, spelling, grammar, and context. I know from experience how difficult it can be to proofread your own work. At this point, I had no idea how interesting and informative I would find this whole experience. I was previously aware that ancient wisdom existed in the Orient in connection with how life should be lived in harmony with nature and with oneself. But I must admit, I hadn't studied it in any positive way. Upon receiving the initial drafts from Nalaka for the book, I was most impressed with his style of writing and his excellent command of the English language. In particular, the aptness of the similes he used, the metaphors, and the parables he used to put his message across. By introducing the reader to a group of young people, this is in the book, who are being coached in the art of well-being, Nalaka brings his text to life, and the reader is drawn into personally experiencing the transition to a new regime by following Nalaka's excellent advice. I particularly liked the way he used the questions from these young people to emphasize the points he wished to make. This helps to draw the reader into the discussion. Art of well-being encompasses most aspects of daily living and offers excellent advice on how to improve one's lifestyle by following the steps shown on the wheel of well-being, the wheel that you just saw a few moments ago on the screen. So I won't read them again. Lastly, I must say I was most impressed by Nalaka's passion for a well-balanced lifestyle, which shines through on every page of his book. I heartily endorse this book as an interesting and informative roadmap to improve health of mind and body while enjoying oneself along the way. So I hope you all will enjoy it as much as I have. Thank you.